Welcome everyone to today's episode of Getting Over the Hump with Angie B and Bartee. This is a weekly talk show filled with music, messages, laughs, and stories of love.
Our theme song was produced by the incomparable DJ Shaheen, and each week we'll bring you music from other independent recording artists. We'll bring you information from business owners and messages of love from ministry leaders. We'll feature books, authors, upcoming special events, and so much more. So get out your text messages and your tweets. Tell all your friends and family to log on because they'll be in for a very special treat as we bring you today's episode of Getting Over the Hump with Angie B and Bartee.
Now come and check us out live.
Hey everybody.
Hello everyone. Welcome to today's episode of Getting Over the Hump with Angie B.
That's me eating my dinner. Excuse me. This is my hubby Bartee. How y'all doing, everybody? How you doing?
Yes, how everybody doing? I hope she's not eating the dinner because I haven't ate mine yet. I ate a late lunch.
You better fend for yourself.
Kind of hungry.
You want some of my salad over here?
No, I don't want any salad.
I got pieces of tomato over there with your name on it.
No, you don't. But anyway, we welcome you all to today's show. And once again, before we get started, we appreciate you all for tuning in and checking us out.
We got a lot going on today.
Yeah, a lot going on. Before my wife get to giving me instructions, I'd like to tell you why we do this show.
Why, baby?
We do this show in hopes that by making friendly conversation, and also entertainment conversation, perhaps someone might could use something that we say or something that from our audience participation might relate to their situation.
Good.
And you know, it's called Getting Over the Hump. And maybe that might help them a little bit to take them in a different direction.
Might help you.
Yeah, and we don't give advice. You know, all we can do is say, stay prayed up. Let your conscience be your guide. Well, don't let it be your guide. Let God be your guide. That's just an old saying. Let your conscience be your guide. But it all depends, you know.
You're really.
Your God's your guide. You know what I'm talking about.
All right, shout out to Madison who is watching. Hey, baby.
Madison, my
from
girl.
Michigan. She said, great news to start off the evening. Thank you, Madison.
Oh, yes. I hope the prayers that went up came down flowing.
Yep, we got you on the prayer list this week, baby.
Yes, indeed.
And everybody else in your family.
Yes.
Okay, so you're in Michigan. Shout out to Wanda Julian over on the West Coast. Thanks for watching, Wanda.
That's California.
That's Contessa's Court.
Contessa Court.
Hey. Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
Wanda does such a laid-back show. She just chilling on the couch, talking to Cindy, and we just get to eavesdrop. Oh, it's such a nice show. Fridays, 7 p.m.
Yeah, I got last Friday one. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yep. Wendy spoke up and he was like, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right, Cindy. That's right. That's right. Yeah.
The double connection.
Yeah, that's good. Okay.
Double cheater.
Madison said her uncle is doing great. Praise the Lord.
God is good all the time. All the time. Prayers go up. You know how that goes. God will be done.
Yep, absolutely. Okay, so first of all, that is not a case of wine in the corner. Somebody asked me, what is y'all drinking? I ain't gonna tell no names, but somebody wanted to know if this was a case of wine.
People in here asking me questions in the back.
So you want to tell everybody what it is and what it's for?
It's for Thursday night.
September 15th.
What we're going to do is once we go out and do some s'mores, some food jam.
Opening night.
You know, we got some bubblies.
Of the weekend retreat.
We're going to go and chill a little bit, do some networking and enjoy ourselves. You know, for those of you who've never been here before, you know, get a chance, you know, before it get too crowded. Go out there and put your feet if you're here on Thursday, now that is.
You need to be here Thursday, September 15th through Sunday, the 18th.
Get here when you can. Just like Adam said.
Adam and Eve?
No, what's the girl sing that song?
I
don't care how you get here. Just get here if you can.
Okay. Yeah, so that's what we talk about. We're talking about the weekend retreat. Our annual Alopecia Awareness Weekend Retreat is gearing up. And that's why tonight's show is going to be so long, because we just excited. Yeah. We got some folks that may pop in and out and say hi. We may have some guests tonight. But most importantly, I just want y'all to know I'm thrilled, because folks is coming out the woodworks.
Yeah, this is time for us now. Please don't bombard my wife with a lot of different stuff, because this is time now for we to stay busy and get focused. This is the last month or so before we do Bold, Beautiful, and Bald Beauty Bazaar. So we're going to be busy. And well, she's going to be busy.
Yeah, because you retired.
I'm retired, but I still got to do what I got to do.
Yeah, that's true. And what you got to do is put them labels on them bottles back there, baby.
Yeah, they keep telling me what I need to do. She needs to concentrate on her business. I got mine covered.
You got it. Okay, so first of all, I want to thank the folks that were at the voting place today. They got us in and out real quick when we went in to go vote.
Yeah, they got us in fast. I mean, if you can do that early voting, it'll save time. Well, we got it right maybe. We got it right last year too. So, you go in and we had a line last year, but this year we didn't have a line. We went straight in and did what we had to do, our civic duty.
So early vote. And in the words of Laretha, if you don't early vote, mail in your absentee ballot.
Yeah, I'd rather go vote. I ain't mailing nothing in. I want to make sure. Can you make sure? But still, I like to be there in person. I know some of you can't get off because you work. I had that situation. So I understand. If you can vote early, do that. If you can't, whenever you get off work, and your boss sometimes, I think they have it that they have to let you off. They give you a certain amount of hours, I think. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because you've been retired for a while. You ain't had a boss in a while.
I ain't had no boss then. I had supervisors. I ain't had no boss. Nobody bossed me.
Milton is watching. Hey Milton. He said, hey, Bartee and Angie. Good to see you. Hope to see you September 17th. Admission at the door is only $10. But Donna will be at the door, so she may let you in for $15. But you be there.
Now, I'm gonna charge you $25.
I know. Just be sure you're there. Be sure you're there.
15 of that'll go to AF.
NAAF.org. Let me put this up
Get
here.
ready to say NAACP.
Well, they might need something.
No, they ain't getting that.
Here we go. This weekend retreat and beauty bazaar is a fundraiser for the website that you see at the bottom of the screen, NAAF.org. NAAF.org. It's the National Alopecia Areata Foundation, and they're the ones that are the recipients of the funds that we raise over the weekend.
Yeah, especially with the silent auction. I'm still searching for more items to place on the silent auction. We did get a lot of stuff from Dr. Porter, man.
Thank you, Doc. Thanks.
Yeah, so we're gonna do this thing up again.
Yes.
And we have the bearded villains going to be supervising that area.
Oh, yeah. So don't be trying to walk away with something.
We got a camera set up this year to make sure they don't put it in their pocket.
You know what?
One of the leaders, Chris, somebody told me to keep an eye on it, so I installed a camera on top of the frame.
Here's a shout out to the bearded villains. Yeah, the First Coast bearded villains.
First Coast. I think is First Coast or East Coast?
First Coast. They right there by St. Augustine. That's the First Coast.
Okay, where's the Second Coast?
Oh,
that remind me. I did a show yesterday for Palm Coast. It was called Truck
Tuesday Food Truck Night.
Food Truck Tuesday.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. And I said, what happened Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday? And Saturday and Sunday, you know. I said, I get, and my wife said, you gotta cook for yourself, which is good, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. And you did a great job.
Oh, thank you, baby. They have trucks, I guess. I was funded by the, I was brought in by the Arts.
Arts Council, yeah.
House Council, and I really appreciate them. They've been keeping me in the pocket for a while, and I appreciate it.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
Yeah.
Okay, got to give a very special shout out because the comments are coming in faster than I can read them. Lisa, author. That's who I was working with this evening at 5 p.m. I know you was wondering, who is that extra voice? Lisa is going to be bringing Lisa's Teachable Moment Wednesdays at 6 p.m. And so tonight was a trial run. Be sure our lighting and everything was good. And her teachable moment, I don't want to tell it, but her teachable moment was about emotion and financing.
Emotions and financing.
That was a good one. I was taking notes.
Okay, emotional. Makula Matata.
Oh, Lord.
Would that be included in the emotional phase of your, what's she gonna lie?
Somebody help me, Jesus.
She gonna lie?
Marcus, I see you over there. Hit the backstage. Come on in the room so you can change him.
You stay back there.
Marcus, you just need to come on early because he working. Okay, so Wanda said yay. Yes, Wanda. Yes, Wanda.
All right, Wanda.
And then Auntie Gwen is watching. Hey, Auntie Gwen.
Hey. Yeah,
Auntie Gwen was showing me her living room. You wouldn't even recognize it now. She got the furniture.
Oh, okay.
She even got a little thing so Kitty Cat can sit on top and be sunning in the window.
How's the Kitty Cat? Hope he's doing still fine.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Kitty Cat. Kitty.
Okay, so tonight's hump is, the first one is going to come from Madison. Madison says she's with her fiance tonight. So, are y'all being chaperoned?
Yeah, well, no, Madison.
Are you keeping your hands to yourselves?
How old is Madison now?
Madison ain't grown enough to be sitting with her fiance.
Yes, you are. You're grown enough. And your parents taught you well, so you know the deal.
Well, I'm your cousin, and I'm just saying, sit on your hands.
No, don't sit on your hands. You can't protect yourself.
If
something come up.
Keep your tongue in your mouth. And don't be listening to all them sweet sayings he gonna say. He gonna be like all up in your ear like, hey.
Nah, you don't know what the man gonna do.
You look good tonight.
Madison, nobody,
you smell good tonight.
Don't take that in. Hey.
Don't listen to that stuff.
Do what you got to. I mean, y'all been out on a date before, so you know the situation. I'm sure you have it under control.
But he thinking he in with the family now, so he can just move in and do it. I'm telling you, that ain't it.
Madison is a terrible thing.
Tell us some things that y'all did on your first and second date.
No, you're not telling us nothing. So, get in your business.
So Madison will have some things. I'll tell y'all what we did on our first date. He took me to Red Lobster. I was eating up them biscuits. Ooh, Jesus for the biscuits, right? So, he was, and smelling good and looking good. And so I had to get distracted.
The rest of it. She ordered steak and she had, she had 2 meats.
And that helped me to stay full for the rest of the week.
I thought she was taking food home. I didn't know.
Oh, Jesus.
Be somebody else.
So what I did was, I said, hey, let's play Truth or Dare. And he was like, what the?
Yeah, I ain't never, I ain't went on no date to play no Truth or Dare.
It got my mind off of him looking good and smelling better. Keeping it together. So we played Truth or Dare.
Hey. Just do. You got it under control.
Oh, Lord.
I'm not telling all my business.
If y'all been on a date and you needed to keep it in, put some suggestions out there so we can, share them.
No, just only suggestions. Don't put no suggestions out there. You can say what, when you was on a date, I did. We don't give that information because we don't know on the outside looking in.
Hi, Jasmine. Thank you for watching.
Hey, why you ain't smiling in that picture?
Yeah, smiling.
You smiling?
Yeah, she got that little because me and you got the biggest teeth in the family.
We ain't
Jasmine.
Hey, Jasmine.
Jasmine and Eric are coming over Sunday early, so then we can go ride to see Grandmama together.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yes.
I'm just not hearing about this, but
you been gone.
I ain't been gone. Anyway, anytime. That's great.
Anytime. Yeah, so we're going to see Grandmama.
What's early?
Well, they coming early because they got to get back because they got to work. So
okay.
I tried to get them to come Saturday night, but they got to figure out.
You got to do what y'all got to do.
Yeah.
Your mama be,
so
y'all boss.
This is y'all's second hump. If you got somebody that's 91, 92, 94, about to be, now how old she about to be? 94. Get over there to see them as often as you can.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Don't be waiting. Don't be procrastinating.
Yeah.
Because when they in that age, they want to see you. They don't want no gifts. Grandmama said we could go by Olive Garden and get some salad and breadsticks and stuff and bring it by the house, but she don't want to go out because the coronas is high and everything, and she don't want to eat with her mask on and stuff. But anyhow, try to spend some time with them as often as you can.
Yes, you do that, and even if they're not of that age, someone that family-wise and friend-wise, let's do it more often, and don't wait till the last minute when they face up talking about, oh man, my friend.
Because you're the one that's gonna be feeling bad. I coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Yeah. So if you can, do what you can. All right.
My sister Fran is watching. Hey, Fran.
Hey, Fran. Yeah.
There you go. Olita Adams.
Yeah, Olita Adams.
Song.
Yeah, get here.
When you can.
I don't care about the mountains. What else you say?
You should.
Trying to get over. That's personal.
Trying to get over. Ain't fine.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to shoot, baby. Shoot. I'm sorry. It just hit me.
All right. Yeah.
Got a couple special.
Adam.
Got a couple special announcements as it pertains to the Bold Beautiful and Bald Beauty Bazaar.
Tell it.
You better come hungry, cause Junior's barbecue is gonna be in the house. That's Tiffany Tyson Green and her sons, who inherited their daddy's barbecue recipe and put a little bit more extra on it. Junior's barbecue is gonna be at the Beauty Bazaar September 17th. Bring your family and bring your appetite.
Now they serve more than just ribs now.
Yeah, they got chicken.
I think they had sausages. They got I think macaroni and cheese. They had baked beans.
Yeah.
They had potato salad.
Yeah. Okay.
I ain't tell you. Just come out and check it out.
Bring your family.
Be hungry. Everybody like barbecue.
Okay, and then after you get something to eat, come on in and do the 360 photo booth. They will be with us September 17th. They take pictures in every direction with a 360 photo booth. So you just stand there and blow kisses and wave or strut, whatever you gonna do, and they'll get you.
Yeah. But I hope she has. We gotta call. I hope she has a release order because that thing spins around and you go in there.
That thing do not spin around. The camera spins around you, baby.
My bad.
It's all right.
I thought we were spinning around.
No, baby. It was just what you was drinking. Okay, so our model that's coming is Miss Carly's, and hopefully we'll get to see her soon. This is her first time with us, and so I pray it will not be her last, and I hope she's ready for the hugs and the kisses and the love she gonna get. Okay, so this is our brand new model that's coming in, and I'm excited to announce that Miss Ruby from Up in Miss Ruby's Kitchen.
Oh, y'all.
She is live on Facebook every 5 minutes. You think I'm live on Facebook all the time. Miss Ruby stay live on Facebook, cussing at somebody, walking, fussing about her dog, and just being her 68-year-old self.
Look at Miss Ruby eyes. What eyes saying? What eyes tell you?
And she my inspiration because every time she lies, her eyelashes is batting. You know, every time. She coming in from Georgia. She said, "Yeah, that ain't no drive at all. I can do. I can get to Daytona in my car. I'm just south of Atlanta, so we looking forward to that." Okay. Also coming in from Maryland is Kim Reed Butler. I'm telling you, we got models coming from Florida, Georgia, and now Maryland. Okay. And I'm so excited. I can't wait.
Welcome, ladies.
Oh, welcome. And that's just the beginning.
Yeah, that's just the beginning. And I need to start making my calls to the models.
Yeah.
Because that's what I do. I'm in charge of that portion. My wife let me be in charge.
How he get in charge of being in charge of the models?
Because I know how to run things, you know, as far as step by step, you know. So that's what I do, you know.
He in charge of the model. And then every time I suggest a male model, no, we don't need no man.
Man is good. But the only thing about that, you have to have alopecia. No model unless they have alopecia.
This is the largest all-bald alopecia fashion show in the state.
Yes. Now I should say that we're supposed to have a gentleman coming. He has alopecia, but I think he still has some his hair.
And that's fine.
Well, that's fine. But he has alopecia, so you know that's different.
It's like our little 9-year-old that modeled last year. His mother. He had a little tuft over here, a little tuft over there.
Yeah.
It just didn't bother him. Okay, so somebody wants to know, when is it? The Bold, Beautiful, and Bald
When is what?
The Bold, Beautiful, and Bald Weekend Retreat and Beauty Bazaar takes place September 15th through the 18th. The 15th and the 16th, we have activities at the Host Resort, which is the Aquatiki Best Western. When you call over there, ask for the Angie B retreat rate, okay? Then Saturday, we go to a museum. Our Beauty Bazaar and Fashion Show takes place in a museum.
Yes, it does.
Not night at the museum. From 10 to 4 at the museum.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
20 vendors you can shop with. Live musical entertainment by Bartee and Company.
Yes.
And again, the fashion showcase. So you got to be there for that.
But now tell them about the train. The train's back there.
And
2 trains. Long. I guess they're there to show people how traveling by train back in the, I guess, not 1800s, I don't think.
Whenever.
Yeah, close to the 1800s, I guess. You know.
Back in the day, before we all had cars, you know, before we had horse and buggies, you know, back when he was a kid, people couldn't travel long distance on Greyhound. They had to get on the train. So the part of the museum that we're in is called the Root Family Train Station. It's supposed to show you how people used to get dressed up. They used to bring them their food. How, you know, traveling by train was truly luxurious.
And compared, well, we're going on train for ourselves.
Yeah. Our first.
You can, for those who've never been on, you can look at the difference. I'm sure. I mean, the space is kind of closed in.
So anyway, I know they're wondering, how y'all gonna have a fashion show with the trains? Well, the train cars are there. The vendors are here.
You gotta come see.
And the models.
And I want to know who's this Facebook user. When is it? We've been advertising for. Put your name.
Put the website up here.
Put your name. No, you gotta put your name. Who are you from?
Yes.
Yeah, who are you from?
What city and state you from?
I appreciate that. I ain't gonna call you out now.
Oh yeah, for real. That's for real. Now that's for real. Okay, so because we've been doing this fundraiser this will be our 6th year. We were excited last week because we got a call from the city of Daytona Beach. They called our partner, Laretha, and Laretha was like, "Angie B, you and Bartee got to come get me, and we got to go up to the city because look, they got a proclamation for you." in recognition of Alopecia Awareness Month. The month of September is Alopecia Areata Awareness Month. And then it goes on, whereas to describe what alopecia is, whereas according to statistics, how many people in the U.S. have alopecia, whereas what the foundation encourages people in the public to do. Now, therefore, I, Derek Henry, Mayor of the City of Daytona Beach, Florida, and on behalf of the City Commission, do hereby proclaim the month of September as Alopecia Areata Awareness Month. And in the City of Daytona Beach, we are proud that our city has been chosen to be the host of the 6th annual event. That's what we went and picked up.
Yeah.
A proclamation.
The 6th annual.
From the mayor.
Continuous success.
It's got his handwriting down at the bottom. You see his little chicken scratch handwriting? There it is.
Yeah, he used to be a teacher, man.
Hey, I tell you.
Writing skills ain't
and then it's got a little seal on it and everything. Oh, Jesus.
The mayor, Daytona Beach.
The mayor. Thank you. Okay, I know we got comments. I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch up. Let me scroll down. Okay, we heard from Fran and Jasmine and Madison are chatting back and forth with each other. Tina said, "Hey, beautiful. Hey, girl. How you doing?
Hey, Tina.
Is this your first time watching the show? Well, girl, we on every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we go off the air whenever we get finished. So, but mark your calendar. And for my husband's sake, please put your city and state in the comments because he'd like to know where everybody is.
Please do that. She got a man up there. Look at her. She got a man. Yeah.
What did y'all do on your first date?
With love got to do with.
Well, wait a minute. We may not want to know what some people did on their first date. But
you don't. She asking all them questions. Don't tell her nothing. We ain't getting into y'all business. This show ain't about that.
Okay. Leslie's watching. Hey, girl.
Oh, Leslie. Hey, you were supposed to contact us before you left out of Florida. Yeah, I know. You don't listen. I know.
She gonna be all right though. One day.
I'm sure she all right now. I'm sure everything looked good. The wedding was.
Congratulations.
The wedding was a wedding.
It was an engagement party. Your brother got engaged and you about to have a sister.
She said yes.
That's so cool. That's so good. All
right.
So Leslie is smiling. And then she complaining. Here goes mom. Yeah, she complaining. Eric wants to know what is going on. Eric, what you mean what's going on? You know us. There's always something going on.
What's going on?
Especially if it's related to chocolate. Okay, so what's going on tomorrow morning, y'all, is we getting up.
Is that Eric to ask that question?
We getting up kind of early.
Huh?
We getting up early.
When?
Tomorrow morning.
For what?
And we going to the Esplanade downtown.
Yes, we're going to see the unveiling
of the bronze statue of Dr. Mary McLeod.
It's going to be bronze? I thought it was going to be. Is it?
No, the other one is already in Washington.
Right.
That's one of the reasons we're going to Washington, so we can see that one.
That's the only reason.
No, I won't cut it off. But the sculptor made 3. She made the little bitty one.
Yeah.
And then she made the one that was 100 feet tall out of the same marble from the statue David.
Okay.
And then she made a bronze one. And that's going to be, so we're going to see that.
All right.
Mm-hmm. So that's what's going on tomorrow morning. And then hopefully.
That's what's going on. So if you want to know what's going on, come on up and you go with us.
History. Take a picture in front of it. And after that, we're going over by Angel and Phelps, the chocolate factory, so we can order the s'mores for Thursday night, September 15th.
Sweet chocolate.
And we're going to eat s'mores with that bubbly that's in the back.
We're going to have some milk, some whole milk. Those of you, that s'mores be, kind of sweet.
Madison's still on her date right now. Yeah. Keep your hands to yourself, Madison. That's all I got to say. Keep a water bottle. You know how people spray cats when they misbehave? Keep a water bottle. But when your fiance trying to rub up on you,
just reminiscing about when she was on the date. Don't pay. Yeah, that's what it is. So don't do your thing.
Okay.
That's a song too.
Trip,
Isley brother.
Trip Jordan is watching, I think for the first time. Hey, welcome to the show. We got to be on our best behavior now. We got new people watching.
This I am. I'm like this all the time.
Oh, yes, Lord. Okay.
Please accept me as I am. I'm only human.
He's a holy.
Don't ask me for too much too fast.
He's a holy man.
I got a hole in my shirt.
With a hole in his shirt. Hey, Marcus, I see you logging on. We're going to bring you in just a minute.
What about the other model supposed to be coming?
You know, you in charge of the model.
Yeah, no, you supposed to give him the information.
I gave him the information.
Okay, so
you told him it was a Zoom call, so somewhere.
Well, I don't know nothing about Zoom.
They on Zoom somewhere. Tria, thank you for watching. We appreciate you. Oh, there's Dr. Barb.
Okay, there we go. See, hey, I spoke it into existence.
Into existence.
Oh, man.
You saved it. You saved his behind. Saved it. Okay, so Angela, I got to give my baby a shout out. Hey, baby. I'm so glad you're coming to the Beauty Bazaar. Your grandparents going to be so glad to see you. And did I tell you, I might need you to volunteer and do a little.
And how I spell mama?
Just a little something. Just if you don't mind. Okay, so Dr. Barb is just cracking up. Okay, so Dr. Barb, if you don't mind, I'm gonna bring in Marcus from Detroit. He is one of Bartee's bestest friends.
I don't know that man. What you talking
about? Probably his only friend.
I ain't never met him.
His only friend that is not incarcerated. And what is he? Okay, Marcus, you coming? You got? Hey, my brother, how you doing?
What's up, man?
Hello. How are you?
Yes, Bartee's only friend that's not incarcerated. And he got the belt.
That's a tie.
That's a belt, baby.
Yeah, that's a belt.
Oh, that's a belt. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doing brother.
What's up?
I'm doing good.
All right. All right. Are you ready for the 15th to the 18th?
Yes, I am. You know, I booked my flight and everything in March. So I've been ready. And to me, I appreciate the fact that she's doing the Broad, Beautiful, and Broad Beauty Bazaar because me, I have disorder called neurofibromatosis. It's bleeding you may see on my face. So I can understand when people want to look at you because you look different. And I appreciate the fact that she's having this bazaar so that women and men who can come and feel good about themselves but without having to wear a head wrap, without having to do anything, that these women can say, okay, I can be free for this weekend or for these few days and be myself without having to worry about somebody looking at me because I'm not the only bald person in the room. Well, I appreciate you doing that.
All right. Praise I hear you.
I do appreciate that. I do.
And I appreciate you. You know, I come up to Detroit. I mean, you show me around. We have a good time. I mean, I really do appreciate you, man.
Well, hey, I had to be good to you.
Down here, I ain't taking
you.
What?
I'm good to you.
Huh?
You, Angie. The only reason I'm good to you is because you're Angie's husband.
Why you do that, man? Why you do that to me?
Because he's your only friend that's not incarcerated. I told you speak the truth.
But I'm sure if I wasn't, you still be. Well, I wouldn't have known you then. But anyway, but that's all right. We cool.
Yeah, I mean, you good people. You good people.
Hey, I called you late, and we was in Detroit. I need some food, my man. Brought me. I'm telling you, that's a friend for you.
Called from the restaurant, said, "This is the menu, what you want," and brought it to the hotel.
Good man. Yeah, that's a good man. See, her sister brought me some sandwich. I ain't know what, I didn't eat. Yeah.
Thank you, Mike.
But I ate your sandwich.
You know, Angie had to be special because you called me at like 9:45.
It was 9:45? It was later than that.
The restaurant closed at 10.
Oh, okay.
Right. So I had to find somewhere. So, you were blessed that Angie was the one.
Man, quit saying because she,
if not,
me.
You better
man, you doing this because we bond, brother. Assalamu alaikum. Yeah.
I'm gonna smack both
we
of y'all.
bonded.
Okay, so Marcus, one more thing. Tell us again.
Yeah, we bonded.
Go ahead, honey.
What?
Marcus said we bonded.
Yes, we bonded, brother.
Marcus, tell us again what city you in, and you coming in for the beauty bazaar, right?
I'm coming in from Detroit, Michigan. Yeah. Hey, your hometown where we grew up together at church, yes. Detroit, Michigan. I will be coming in. And Bartee will be picking me up at the airport.
Yeah.
Whenever I
That's right.
That's right.
Because
I'll be picking you up
from the Daytona Beach Airport.
Daytona Beach Airport.
Yes, sir.
I'll make sure I show you the city. From the airport to the hotel.
Well, hey, listen, Marcus, I want to bring in somebody that you're going to meet when you get here. And then maybe we'll get the conversation really going. Y'all, this is Dr. Barb. She's joining us from Texas. And one of the things that I truly admire about Dr. Barb is right there. Look at her. Dr. Barb will make it work.
Dr. Barb.
If she got the light in her eyes, if she
got let me adjust my light so y'all can see my face.
Right there.
There you go. There you go.
Hi, Dr. Barb.
Is this okay? I have my curtain on and I see all different types of.
You're fine, honey. You're fine.
It's dancing for me a little bit.
We're not gonna keep you for long. But listen, this is where I'm instigating now. Dr. Barb said her husband was available to maybe escort a model or maybe, something. And Marcus don't know we recruiting him to escort some models or
Okay, hold up. I'm stopping right there. I'm in charge of the model. I appreciate you letting my wife know, Barb, Doctor. But we're gonna work that out. And I'll take care of all that when we get it. I'm the one in charge. She ain't gonna run. Hey, she'll try to. Yeah, I got you. Now,
you got
your husband, he's not bald, is he?
He's not. He's not.
Now we're gonna have him, if he's willing to do that, escort the ladies from one part to the other part.
Because the ladies have to come down some steps. So you extend your hand.
Beautiful.
And so we're gonna,
I got this. I got this. I got this here. Yeah. And I'll get with you. We're gonna talk over the phone, because too many eyes. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess when you give me a call, I will happily put hubby on and you can give him all the directions and instructions.
There you go.
Yes.
Let the men have a conversation.
Yeah. See
yes. It might be a little too dangerous though, Angie.
Marcus, her husband trying to take your best friend slot. We don't have to do something about that.
No. I'm friends to everybody. That's my nature. That's how life is. I'm a friendly guy.
I love it. We are
Barb, I appreciate you because you were alopecian as a child and you share that. And now that we're in back to school season, we've been following some little alopecian princesses that are going to school for the first time with headscarves and turbans and things like that. So I pray you will be able to inspire some of them as they start off kindergarten, first grade. So.
That is my goal. Yes. And even as you said that, I'm holding back tears because I go back to that time. And I can recall it not being as accepted as much as it is today. And so living in that journey, it's as a clinician, I work with clients consistently, but I myself going through so much trauma because of this head was devastating. So wearing the scarves and then the trying on the wigs and being young and nobody understanding. That's where the heart of the book is for me.
Yeah.
Teachers and parents and physicians and mental health professionals, friends and colleagues to understand the journey for those children that look different, as Marcus was saying earlier.
Yeah.
We look different, but I'm hoping and praying that this message will get across to those to know the challenge that it is to be young and to be born.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, Carrie is with us. You're going to meet Carrie when you arrive. Dr. Barb is in Texas. And Carrie, if you're ready, honey, I'm bringing you in. Carrie's right here in Florida. And Carrie was one of those people that I accosted first time I saw her. We were in the movie theater and I saw another Baldy. I was like, hey girl. And she jumped back like she should have.
Yeah, you should have pepper sprayed it.
And later on, my husband was like, you can't go grabbing every bald person. But I'm like, Marcus, I don't want to be the only Baldy in the room. So when I see one, it's like, hey girl.
Yeah.
So
do
true.
This all the time.
I'm sorry. How you doing, Carrie?
I'm good. How are you?
Good to see you. Thank you for joining us tonight.
No problem.
Now, as Dr. Barb was saying, I don't know about you, but I never knew that, well, I'm bald by choice, but even while I was coming up, I never thought about it. I see a woman that, it wasn't no thing to me to even assume anything. I just, I figured she cut her hair off. I didn't know. Yeah. But then I didn't know the trauma, I can imagine what y'all was going, I guess a little bit, back in the days, used to be a thing with light-skinned people and dark-skinned people. So, I got some of that too. But for me, it wasn't no thing to me.
Yeah.
But I can imagine, somewhat how it affected, you all.
How did it affect you, Carrie? How give us a little bit about what you went through.
Well, okay. I found out that I started losing my hair in high school. And I wore wigs for a while. I mean, I tried to find styles to cover up where my bald spot was, which is right in the top of my head, smack dab in the middle. And I used to be self-conscious. Could anybody notice my bald spot? Am I going to get picked on for my bald spot? I mean, I was in 10th grade. So I was a little, self-conscious about that. I tried to wear braids. I wore my hair, in a ponytail when I did have braids, but my edges were thin. So it was kind of hard to mask it all. And I just kind of dealt with it, just accepted that, okay, this is part of my life. This is how it's going to be. But for the longest time, every time I shampooed my hair, or anything like that, I would always just kind of profile myself in the mirror, wondering what I would look like with a bald head. So I was contemplating it for a long time. So I was just too nervous, like, oh, what are people going to think? Or what are people going to think? I'm going to get picked at. And I just never bothered with it until I got much older and really started thinking like, okay, at some point I'm going to have to do this. It's going to make a decision, all or nothing.
Yeah. And Dr. Barb, I don't know about you, but the all or nothing, we may have to bring Marcus back in so he can talk to us a little. Sometimes the all or nothing, you still feel all alone, Marcus, like you were saying earlier with the condition that he has. You can still kind of relate to any and everybody. Marcus, can you tell us a little bit about that? You mentioned it earlier, but I think Marcus might be frozen. So we'll get back to you in a minute. I want you ladies to try to address a question. Pastor Mary Hope is in St. Augustine, Florida, and she says, do we know any girls that are enduring alopecia? I know we have a couple on Facebook that we've been following. I know Jamie Elmore out on the West Coast went to LA to do some things with some children. But have Dr. Barb, have you encountered any other people?
It's been quite a while. It was honestly during my research with some of the younger children and their parents when I did my research for my doctoral study. But clients that come in, I don't have any, and I don't really know of too many children. I have a few they're young adults now. It's been long enough, but no babies at this time, personally.
Yeah. What about you, Carrie? Know any young folks?
Well, she's not really young anymore. I don't know her personally, but it's a young man I met, his daughter. He had messaged me on Facebook and asked me And he asked me, as a parent, how do I let my daughter know that, you know, I'm here, I love her, and I support her, and she's beautiful. Like, and I just had him. I said, there's a lot of groups on Facebook. Reach out to other parents, because I honestly, other than being there for her, that's all I can tell you. Like, you know, me being, you know, somebody's daughter myself, I was like, just be there.
Just be there.
Just be there. Whenever she needs you, whenever she needs a shoulder, an ear, I said, just be there. And but yeah, that's the only person I've run into. I've run into other grown women who have, you know, began their journey with alopecia and going bald. A couple of them after talking to me, and I just try to encourage them, and I try to let them know that they're not alone. And that I let them know my journey, my process that I took, and just to try to encourage doing what works for them. You know, you might not want to go home and just say, forget it, and shave it all off and go out the door the next day. And I'm like, there are some people that would do that. And me, I wasn't one of them. I still wore my wig for a little while. So,
Okay, Dr. Barb and Carrie, these questions are for you. I'll start with you first, Dr. Barb. Questions everybody has been asking me and my wife. Now, when you all first got married, did your husband know
Absolutely not. No, he did not. I let him fall in love with me first. I'm just saying.
Can you tell us about it?
I can tell you, I'm going to give you a really honest truth to the synopsis of me revealing that I was bald, as opposed to a high school colleague who told him I was bald.
Okay.
And so we had been dating for quite some time. And you know what caught his eye? I was walking down the street, and I love cutting wigs and restyling them. And so this is back in the 80s, y'all, a little while ago.
Okay.
And I had cut my hair and had it all cute with a long little tail. Y'all remember those tails back in the day? Had my little tail on and walking down the street, and my haircut stopped him. And he made a trip back around so he can come back and meet me. And I thought, who is this strange guy? I don't know about this guy. I when I wrote the book, I entitled it Beautiful Stranger, which is my name, Barbara, means beautiful stranger. My husband is Nathan, which means gift from God.
Yes.
That's how God works.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes.
Understand, don't you? You understand?
You understand. Understand.
Yes.
When we got together, started dating, and I was already falling in love. I'm like, oh my God, I love this man. What am I going to do? I'm going to have to tell him. Now, I've dated a few other people. I laugh and joke because he's like really my third boyfriend, but that's okay. And didn't want him to know up front, because I was like, he's not going to like me. We understand how that happens. Yeah. But as we kept moving along, I had to tell him. So I busted up the truth. I mean, you can imagine just keeping on these hot wigs in Texas, y'all. I was sleeping in them. I was like, I don't want him to know my head look like this. And I know a lot of women can understand what I'm saying. So when I brought the boldness out to be able to pull my wig off and say, and at the time I didn't shave. I had little pigtails that I've been holding on since I was like 5 years old and just kept flat. You know?
Yeah.
Patience did it. And so when I pulled it off, he looked at me and he said, "You have always been beautiful. It's not about you."
There you go.
That's why I call him John Legend.
John Legend. You see? Okay. Don't forget now. We got a song for him.
So he told me that from the beginning, and then told me the story about this high school colleague that knew I was bald and said, mess around with it, don't keep it.
There you go.
And my husband did not know, looking at this man and looking at me, he said he did not care, pardon me. It wasn't about my hair. It was about the value and the worth of a woman that I was and still am.
And you've been married now for how long? How many years?
We just celebrated 32 years on the 11th.
Look at that.
Yes.
Look at that. That's what God will do for you.
That's what God will do.
Same question for you, girl, because I know your husband's somewhere within earshot. Tell him I said hi. He ain't never too far from you. I know that. I know. Yeah.
I was bald when I met my husband. I have been bald since 2005. So I was in my late 20s when I shaved my head, and when I finally just accepted it and embraced it, and I stepped out in my truth into public around other people, going out to different places, you know, even in what I considered at the time uncomfortable situations. I got comments, I got compliments, more so than I got negative comments. And so I was bald when I met my husband, and I'm like, this is how I look. You know, no more wigs. I'm not hiding. Here I am. You know, here I am in all my glory and all my freedom. Here I am. This is me.
Yeah.
Okay. You say you were bald when you met your husband.
Yes.
So you didn't have on a wig when you all first met? You didn't have on a wig or nothing? Oh, okay.
That's awesome.
I think we got 3 different versions here. Dr. Barb didn't want to. Carrie was like, all right, here I am. And on our first date, I thought I'd take my wig off and scare him away because he was a little too attractive. And I was trying to serve the Lord with gladness, and he was a fine distraction. So I said, this gonna get rid of him once and for all. The Red Lobster biscuits was delicious, but I need to know these eyelashes come off, this wig come off, and
she took the wig off.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, we had a conversation, but to me, she looked like a China baby. But it wasn't for me. I ain't never had a problem with the looks. My wife, a nice looking woman, she's pretty, but maybe I don't tell her as much as you know the pretty, because I don't like. I don't like, for me.
Tell me.
I don't like when people. Oh, when anyway. I'm from the inside out. That's how I am. I don't really think. Well, I don't know. That someone always has to tell you, "Oh, baby, you pretty." I don't like that. So I don't really say it as much to my wife. I appreciate it. I guess I say it in different other ways. But I don't like every time. But I do say it sometimes. But you don't hear me say it all the time. But that's just
All right, you guys, we got some comments. We got a viewer in Spokane, Washington. That was Wanda. That's West Coast Wanda. That's where she is. And Pastor Mary Hope is here in St. Augustine. Ooh. Pastor Mary was commenting, and she sounded like you, Bartee. She said, "What love got to do with it?"
Takes a lot more than love, baby.
It does.
Keep the fire burning.
It does.
Marriage, hey.
But Pastor Mary did have a question. Well, first she had a statement. She said, even if your hair was short, you got picked on. And that is true.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Short hair, especially if you dark skinned. Oh man.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You sure right.
I remember getting called bald headed once or twice, and I shaved my head and was like, now I'm really bald. What you gonna say?
There you go.
Yeah.
I remember just crying out to God, how am I supposed to serve you with gladness? And I got all this shine up here. And he sent me straight to a scripture that I can't quote now. Pastor Mary might be able to find it quicker than me. But it was a story about one of the prophets. He was just walking down the street, minding his own business. And he was bald, and some kids ran up to him and said, "Hey, Baldy, hey, Baldy, hey, Baldy."
Sure did.
And he turned around and asked the Lord, and the bears came after the children. So I'm like, yeah, you can call me a Baldy if you want to. Anyway.
Let's see if Marcus, is he still frozen?
Yeah, I think he might still be frozen. So, but Marcus, I want you to know, okay, somebody's messaging us. All right. So, the other question that came in and said, do you think people only allow themselves to be diagnosed with alopecia? Do they wait until they're older, or are they taking their kids in to get diagnosed? Dr. Barb, can you tell us what was your experience with your parents taking you in to get diagnosed?
Well, you got to remember, I started being bald back in the late 60s. There really wasn't a great diagnosis. They couldn't really let my parents, or my mother, they couldn't really let her know what it was. And so they didn't know during that time. I actually, through my studies and learning and researching and just looking at different things online, went to a dermatologist. I knew that I was alopecia universalis because I have no hair, just little bits and specks that grows. So I knew my diagnoses and went in and was diagnosed as an adult. I'm grateful now that we do have the resources, and there's so much television that'll talk about it, and we have it on social media. There's a huge outlet for these babies now to be able to have the resource to go to their dermatologist, and for the parents to start diagnosing them at an earlier age, an earlier stage, as opposed to looking back in history with the benefits that's available today. So it depends on, we know that it happens at every stage from early childhood through adulthood, and that it's dependent upon that individual. Some people walk in so much shame, it's difficult for them to go in and get a diagnosis. Tell you a funny story. My mom was told that she brushed my hair with a dog brush. Weird.
What? And that's what made your hair come out?
That's what made my hair come out.
Oh, wow.
Girl. We're going to bring in Miss Tiffany. Miss Tiffany here. First of all, I want her to see that my nails are still looking good. I got about 4 or 5 more compliments just today. My nails look good. But his needs some help. But we're bringing in Miss Tiffany because she's coming from a whole different point of view. Miss Tiffany is a cosmetologist, licensed, experienced. People come to her, and she had a transition herself. So, hey, girl, how you doing, girl? How you doing? Looking fabulous.
Yeah. Got her there. Look at her there.
How you doing, Miss Tiffany?
Hi, how's everybody doing?
Glad to see you, girl.
Awesome.
You're looking relaxed.
I was just thrown back with the dog brush there for a minute. That just kind of blew me away. Oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah. And Tiffany, it reminded me of the blame. I remember when you said, Tiffany, when you were diagnosed, you were like, did I do this to myself? It's always like somebody got to get blamed. Your mama blamed for putting too much grease on your scalp. Your mama blamed for, So tell us a little bit about what you went through with your diagnosis, Miss Tiffany.
Well, and with me being a licensed cosmetologist, that's the hard part, because most of mine was probably scarring alopecia. But then after I went back and I looked at my history, a lot of it is DNA, Some of it could have been avoided. And yes, I was one that wore the wigs and the weave and all that stuff. And we do a lot of it to ourselves. Yeah. But at the same time, I think I had a little help from my heritage.
Yeah.
So once you decide to go ahead and take that leap, it's a hard thing. And then you are in the cosmetology business. How do you expect for someone to trust you with their crown when you don't have, the hair? And this is the biggest thing, especially in our community. We've been taught that our hair is our glory.
Yeah.
And when we've been taught that our hair is our glory and you don't have it, oh my God. Yeah. I'm going to trust you to do my hair. Then you're being lashed by the Christians. Oh my God, you're going to go to hell because you shaved all your hair off. But these are the cards that I've been dealt. What am I supposed to do? Live the lie and be a slave to wigs and weave all the
time?
To
make you feel good. Yeah.
Yes, to make them feel good. And I tell people all the time, I know Carrie's there. Hey, Carrie. Carrie is my guardian angel. Carrie just made it so simple to me till it was almost like elementary. She came in one day to get a service, and I said, oh my God, I just wish I could do that. I said, you just do it and you look so wonderful with it. Yes. I just can't. She said, why can't you do it? I said, well, if I shave my head, I won't have no hair. I'm a cosmetologist.
Yeah.
How can I be a cosmetologist with no hair?
Yeah.
Said, well, I don't know what your head looks like up under that wrap you're wearing. Just do it. Guess what? I promise you, if you don't like it, put your wrap back on. And
there you go.
A light bulb went off. And I was like, Carrie, you're right.
Thank you, Carrie. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate each of you. But we got some questions that folks are sending in. Pastor Mary said that the head necklaces are beautiful. Yes, they are.
Love them.
And Miss Tiffany got me excited about them, even blessed me with a few of them. How do you ladies feel about adorning
I love it.
Your domes?
I love it.
I want to get a henna tattoo on my scalp so bad.
Ooh.
I want to do that just to see what it looks like.
We need a henna artist at the Bold, Beautiful, and Bald Beauty Bazaar. I love it. Oh my God, it's so regal.
I've never had it done, but I would like to do it too. I don't know if I want to wear it every day.
Yeah,
I would like to do it.
Well, it doesn't stay permanently. It's only I got mine in Detroit. That was July 22nd, and it probably just lasted 2-3 weeks. It's temporary. But what the henna artist taught me is that the dye that they use is from a natural herb or something, and it's got medicinal purposes. It just feels good up there, I'm one. I want somebody rubbing on my head.
It's coming down.
What? To rub on my head?
No.
Anyhow,
to do his own woman hair. He said he was coming down. We gotta check on him. We might have one.
Yeah.
There, so you might be able to get that done.
We're gonna try. But I'm grateful for each of your stories because they're completely different. Dr. Barb dealing with stuff at a young age, and Carrie dealing with it at a very difficult age.
Yes.
And Miss Tiffany dealing with it as it relates to her profession. So my question now is, and my sister says this all the time, bald men are considered sexy. Don't nobody question a bald man. Does anybody think that we sexy because we bald?
Yes.
Tiffany.
Go
ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Look at Tiffany. Look at Tiffany.
There you go.
Like, absolutely.
Yes. I feel
sexier.
sexier.
Yes, exactly.
I feel sexier.
Before or after Wakanda?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember after seeing that movie, I looked at my husband and I said, I have never been more proud to be a bald woman in all my life. I wanted to stand up in the movie theater in the middle of that scene and just be like, look at me.
Yes.
All right.
Girl, that might have been a movie theater that you was in, and I saw you, and I grabbed you to the mirror. That was a good feeling that night.
But did you think you was sexy before that movie came out or after the movie came out?
Way before.
I did, but it just kind of heightened to a whole new level after I saw that movie.
There you go. All right.
It was taken to a whole nother level after I saw that movie. I was like, oh, it's on national. I mean, everybody's going to see, like, really?
Yeah.
Put us on Front Street. I love it.
Yes. It makes a big difference.
I never experienced it before the movie, so mine would all be after.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you didn't take off, you didn't shave your head till the movie
It's
after the
been
movie?
4 years for me now. It's been literally 4 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But since then, I don't know if it's and maybe you ladies can help me because you guys have been bald longer than me, but I think it's the confidence that's sexy too, more so than the baldness.
I call that all the time. Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's the confidence because everybody can't wear it. Mm-hmm. And I get compliments from across the board. I get it from men, women. Yeah. Children are a little confused.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're like, what? What?
Yeah.
Mama, what?
Yeah, I had one little girl say, "Are you a lady or a man?"
Oh.
What do I look like to you? She said, "Well, you look like a lady." I said, "I think I am a lady." I said, "Do you think I'm a pretty lady?" She said, "Yeah, you're real pretty." And she just went on about her business.
All right. Okay.
So, kids are kids, but adults are the ones that we always try to please. But I think when it comes to a lady being bald, it's the confidence that you carry with the baldness that's more sexy than the actual baldness.
Mm-hmm. That's the key. You gotta know you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree.
And I can just say that after I shaved my head and I really just and began to embrace it, my confidence level was at an all-time high because my self-esteem, my self-esteem was terrible. My self-esteem was terrible. But once I realized that I'm living my purpose as a bald woman, my confidence level went through the roof.
I agree. For me, the same thing. After I remember, I took my wig off during my dissertation. That was, I studied alopecia and family members and what that was like. So it was my first public scene. My family members all saw me. So I pulled it off, and I cannot tell you, it was like the heavens opened.
Oh,
and the weight of shame and the anxiety and the depression and those things of hiding yourself and being in isolation. I had a code for my family when my kids had the teenagers are coming in. If they were coming into the house and I didn't have my wig on, I'd say, I'm not decent.
Right.
They knew, like, oh, mama don't have a wig on. Let me give her a few minutes. Let me get a wig on. And I'd be like, okay, I'm in the room. My son's little wife, the youngest one, came through. All the oldest kids and went through. Here comes the baby with his little girlfriend. And I said, I'm not decent. And she tells me years later, I was like, what is she doing in the house? Nobody can walk in because she's not decent. What is wrong with your mom? And I said, I never thought of that. But going without this hair now, my family, my children, those I was really trying to protect.
Wow.
Allowed them to see Mimi and mom and wife and sister and in a whole different light because my confidence sprung up and it allowed them. The biggest thing I remember with going bald is being in a Walmart and still testing this thing out, and my grandbabies see me and they run to me with joy.
Oh,
that was it for me. They didn't see the wig and the lashes; they just saw their grandmama.
Oh,
that was it.
Okay, ladies, I know we're going into overtime and we didn't mean to keep y'all long, but I don't want you to go anywhere. We just got a couple of quick videos I got to show you, okay? So let's get ready for these.
From Inspired, the Alopecia Awareness Special Edition. Visit laderopress.com. 9 brave souls share their alopecia journey in this Confinement Chronicles Special Edition. Online everywhere. Hashtag I refuse to stop being me. The Alopecia Awareness Edition, encouraging testimonies birthed out of the 2020 pandemic. Stories written and compiled by Angie B. and Bartee Productions. Published by Ladero Press. Inspired. Reading for the whole person. This is an emergency. Emergency transportation costs can be more devastating than the accident. Join AMBA for a free seminar on how to secure emergency air and ground transportation coverage and protect yourself and loved ones from unexpectedly high costs. A MASA Emergency Transportation Seminar is coming up soon. Medical Air Services Association Incorporated, MASA, has safeguarded futures since 1974. With over 2 million members. MASA benefits include ground ambulance, helicopter ambulance, fixed wing air ambulance, and many more. There is a free seminar coming up soon. Contact your MASA representative, Debbie Scarborough, at 229-392-6983. That's 229-392-6983. Or send an email to debbie.scarborough@amba.info. A member of the Georgia Retired Educators Association. Protect yourself and loved ones from unexpectedly high costs. Medical Air Services Association Incorporated. Well, I'm excited to introduce y'all to one more thing. Miss Tiffany's sharing some of the love. It's time for you to gain the training that you need to become an entrepreneur. Miss Tiffany has been a licensed professional since 1994, and in her workshop, you gonna learn Florida law, nail anatomy, product consistency, and you gonna get your supplies and your snacks. Now that Miss Tiffany is back from her worldwide cruise, she can answer the phone. So register for her October 16th workshop. It's from noon to 4. It's going to be in Sanford, Florida. Call 407-687-1724. That's 407-687-1724. We want you to register for her nail workshop series, okay? So your nails will be looking just as good, if not better than, oh Lord. Anyhow, we're talking
I need mine done.
We're talking to just a couple of our participants that will be joining us at the Bold, Beautiful, and Bald Beauty Bazaar. Y'all already know you got to come and get ready for the 360 photo booth. You're going to meet Kim Reed Butler coming in from Maryland, coming all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. Miss Ruby gonna be coming up in the kitchen with Miss Ruby. She goes live on Facebook all the time. And Sister Carlise will be with us too. We've already told you that you need to come and meet some of our vendors that are joining us. Anita is coming back for the second time. And she had so much fun last year. She said, I'm going to go ahead and register again. Tonight, I am wearing attire from Tanya Butler Williams and her Ruby Ribbon attire. She's coming back. I'm excited about that. Of course, we know Miss Tiffany's going to be with us and Miss Carrie's going to be with us. But I just want you to remember that alopecia is still in the news. People are still asking questions, and people still want their questions answered. So if you were some of those people, join us September 15th through the 18th for the Bold, Beautiful, and Bald Beauty Bazaar weekend retreat. We still have parents that don't know what to do with their children. We still have women that don't know what to do. So visit the website, boldbeautifulandbald.com. The weekend retreat is sponsored in part by Pepsi, and we definitely want to thank Pepsi for their support. So we're going to bring Tiffany back in so she can finish up her conversation and get out the car, because I know the hardworking woman got to get home or get on a date or wherever.
Yeah, I got to get something to eat.
Yeah, see,
I wish it was a date.
You good.
Happy belated birthday, my darling.
Thank you very much.
We missed you, but I appreciate your post when you said waking up without the view of the ocean. Something just don't seem natural about that. How does it feel when you go to a different country with your bald head?
You know, they respect our baldness better than the Americans do. You know, especially when you go into places like Jamaica and the Bahamas and the Virgin Islands and places like that. They look at us as royalty, as goddesses, as you know, like we are really royalty.
Yeah.
When it's not just it's a fashion statement here in the US.
Yeah.
But over there, they look at us as we are queens.
Wow. That is wonderful. Carrie, what about you? You've been out the country or any place to be able to compare how they treat us compared to?
No, I haven't been out the country, but I met someone a long time ago from another country who said I reminded him of the women, and I believe it was Africa. And that was continent in Africa somewhere. He said I reminded him of the women from his village when they walk around with their bald heads, and how they, and Tiffany's right, you know, it's royalty for them. It's, you know, we look like queens. So that was my experience with that. But yeah.
And Dr. Barb, I'm always talking about their beautiful chocolate malt
bald, you know, the little heads, and then here we come with our vanilla heads. You know, I mean, Lord Jesus, I need to, you know, get in the sun a little bit. What's it been like for you, Dr. Barb?
I've been received as well, and I think when you look different, it draws attention. But the respect and the honor is, I agree that it's a lot different than here in the States.
Yeah.
And I think it's a lot different. I'm in the South, and so it's a lot different from me as opposed when I go further north. I don't know what that's about either.
Yeah, I'm curious. Like Bartee said, it's still the light skin, dark skin thing. So
yeah.
So listen, before you ladies go, we had another comment from Pastor Mary in St. Augustine, and she we just released her audiobook, My Breast Cancer Experience, and we had a book signing over the weekend, and her comment is that she was so messed up when her hair came out after chemo, and she felt ugh, you know. So Tiffany, can you say something encouraging to somebody who might be going through, because you know August is National Hair Loss Awareness Month, so I guess they're trying to cover anybody that's got hair loss for whatever reason. So Miss Tiffany, can you say something to that comment?
Well, you know, I would say that it's something that you have to have found within yourself. It's we make it look easy. We as bald queens, we make it look easy. And I've met several people who have had issues, whether it was chemo, lupus, alopecia, whatever the illness may be, and they see us with our confidence, and we walk around. I forget that I'm bald until someone says something now.
Me too.
I honestly forget that I am bald. And then, you know, I'm going about my merry way, and then someone will say, "Oh my God." And I'm like, "Oh, well, what do I have, mayonnaise on my face?" I mean, I don't know what's going on. And then they go into the complimentary part of it. So when I see someone who's doing it or who's not comfortable with it, they have to take baby steps. You can't just jump in the ocean. You know, just like that situation with that I shared with Carrie and I. I've known Carrie to be bald almost ever since she was probably in college. And she wears it, and she wore it when I said, I wish I could do that. And it was just that one day when she said, why can't you? And if you don't, and if you can't, then put your wig back on. And that's what I would say. Be comfortable at home. Be comfortable around family members. Be comfortable around people who will accept your situation and not judge you. And then it becomes normal. It's your new normal. You know, you couldn't pay me to put a wig on now. Even when I'm playing around like this 70s party and put on hey, you want to wear this Afro wig? No, I don't. I don't want to wear the Afro wig. I want to wear what I have, you know? But it takes baby steps, and everybody is different. Just like with life, the prescription that was written for me, I can't write that prescription for that person because I don't know their journey.
There you go. So you can't answer it for them. Carrie, you was really nodding. Would you like to?
Because I had at my current job, my place of employment, I had a customer who I was taking care of, and she was almost in tears when she came up to my station, and she said, I'm getting ready to go through chemo, and I've been thinking about shaving my hair off before it even starts. And I simply encouraged her. I said, if that is what you feel moved to do, I would encourage you to do it, because then you're making the choice to be bald and chemo's not making it for you. But I told her, I said, but I would also, I'm not going to tell you to go home and just shave your head off right now. Baby steps. I would encourage you to start short and go as short as you feel comfortable. And then once you feel comfortable seeing yourself with short hair, if you want to go a step further and see how low you can cut it before you say, okay, maybe that's enough, But I encouraged her to just start small and then go smaller and smaller, shorter and shorter, and until she feels comfortable. I thanked her for her compliments. I encouraged her, told her I'd be praying for her in her journey, and whatever she decides to do, I pray that she's comfortable and lives with that choice, and maybe she'll stay bald after chemo, or maybe she'll, I don't know what she'll choose to do, but that's what I told her. I would just say to someone who is going through chemo to make the decision for yourself. Don't let chemo make it for you. If you choose to go bald, then go bald for you. Don't say I did it because of chemo. Chemo took my hair out. No, I decided to shave my head. Chemo didn't do this to me, you know. And then I think they might feel it'll take a different approach. They might feel a little bit better about it, about the decision to go bald, and maybe possibly stay that way. I don't know. But yeah, that's what.
Okay, Carrie, I appreciate that. And this is the last question for tonight, and it's for Dr. Barb. And because you're a therapist, Dr. Barb, and you deal with people in marriages and in grief and stuff, why do we grieve the loss of our hair? It's just hair. Why is it such an emotional loss for us? I mean, we'll go through we'll break a nail and it won't be as bad as why is it so tough for us?
From my experiences with clients that come in the office, you have to understand we're looking anywhere from early childhood up through adulthood, and it's how the parents are relating to the loss of their child's head and what that looks like. And when you move into the teen years and what that might look like, and then into adulthood, we, as it's been stated here tonight, have been sold on the ideal socially that hair is what allows and defines who we are.
Right.
So we know it's a multi-billion-dollar industry around just hair. Right. And so when people begin to lose that sense, they believe they're losing their sense of identity. And identity is part of the crisis, or part of the shame, or part of the things that they begin to carry, because this is what defines me. I've had clients say, I have had hair all but down to hit my back, and I've kept it up, and it's always been beautiful, and now all of a sudden I'm bald. How will people see me now? It's all about the newness of re-identifying or reshaping or determining who this new person may be. And it's been stated tonight, without the hair.
Wow.
Without the hair. And I've worked in special needs and people that have disabilities. And the beauty of it all is I love that my faith is Christianity. And I tell clients consistently, God does not create any junk. We are absolutely created in his image. And I tell my alopecia people, he knows the numbers of the hairs on your head. Whether you have them or not. If I have 25, if I have 26 or 30, he knows. And I've always been fearfully and wonderfully made.
Jesus.
All right.
Thank you. Okay, we're going to let y'all go. I'm going to go feed my husband, and I'm just going to relish this. We will see each of you September 15th through the 18th in Daytona Beach, Florida. I cannot wait. And I thank you all for putting up with him, since he in charge of the models. Told y'all it was a Zoom call.
Now I will be in contact with everybody again, and as we get closer, we be on the trip when we get back from Washington. I start making some calls. Yeah. Y'all ready? Ready to go down? Yeah. All right, now let's get the party started.
All right, God bless you. Tiffany, get out the car. We love you, honey. Miss Carrie, tell your husband we can't wait to see him. He's such a quiet man. I know. And John Legend, I can't wait. Thank you, Dr. Barb.
All right.
I tell you, it's such a beautiful thing to have people describe what they're going through, but in completely different ways. So I thank each and and every one of them for joining us. We did get a text message from Marcus. Marcus said Bartee must have cut off his connection because he was giving me all the credit. So
I don't need no credit. I'm comfortable in my skin.
Thank you. We also
we'll hit you back, Marcus.
We also got an anonymous text message said, thank you so much because I never get to see anybody who looks like me. So next week we'll have a few more models that will join us if Bartee remembers to call them and let them know. And we'll be introducing more vendors as we get closer to our time. Don't forget to visit the website. To register. We still have a few vendor spots available, and don't forget to go to the National Association for the National Alopecia Areata Foundation, NAAF.org. Any final comments, baby? Other than
keep hope alive.
Oh well. Hopefully he'll get him some dinner. Thanks for hanging out late with us tonight, y'all. If it's the Lord's will.
It's my shout outs. You know, who I'm shouting it out. You know the deal. Yeah, we ain't got time for this. I'm home.
Love. Yeah. See y'all next week.
Yeah, next week.